artifact awaits. It's time to end another cycle.
What happens when you enter the Unity in Starfield? When you enter the Unity, you are reborn as a Starborn, a being that retains the memories of your previous life, but nothing else. And if you've played a lot of Starfield, you most likely know this. But a question for everyone is, what happens to the previous universe when you go through the Unity? As you heard at the start of the video, the Hunter talks about going through the Unity like you're ending the previous cycle of a universe. But what does that mean? Does everything get destroyed? Does everything suddenly freeze? Or does everything just go on, life as normal, and nothing happens? It's a question that I want to try to answer in this video, giving you guys any context on what the Unity actually is and what happens to that universe that you leave behind. If you choose to enter the Unity in Starfield, you're essentially beating the game. Your essence will be spread throughout all known universes, is what it's said when you actually enter the Unity, and you become a Starborn. The very being or, existential creature or whatever that you were fighting against for the majority of your first journey. You'll lose access to your previous universe and all of your materials, all your storylines, and all of your guns gathered thus far. No one remembers you. Not your romanced character, not your best friends that you've made along the way, not the factions, no one. It is a completely new slate. All you have is your memories, which is cool because you can also use those memories for certain dialogue options because you'll know what happens. So it is something that's cool for new playthroughs. And when you meet Constellation again, you can either make your essence known as a Starborn, known to them, or not known to them. Telling them I just want to join you guys, or telling you there's more to this. I'm a Starborn. I'm one of the enemies that you're going to be fighting. It is also unclear who created the artifacts and the Unity, or what the true purpose for the Unity was. Some people, such as the Hunter and the Emissary, they both have different views on how it should be used. The Hunter being just cynical, only wanting to use it to grow powerful, and the Emissary wanting to teach other Starborn and other people how to just be peaceful with it. There's no need for bloodshed to just gain some unnecessary power. But like the Hunter, what good is immortality if when just repeating the cycle of going through the Unity, it will just render everything that you've ever had or experienced meaningless in your playthrough? Any romances that you've had with, say, Sarah, Sam, Andreja, Barrett, any of them, it's meaningless. Any guns that you've collected, any factions that you sided with, anyone that you've killed, anyone that you spared, it's all meaningless. You can also theoretically say no to entering the Unity, obviously, but at some point there's just going to be nothing else to do where you're going to want to gain that power, gain that experience. So this is really a question of should you play Starfield for more than one playthrough, which I kind of find funny. Some people could argue that the universe that what you leave behind when you enter the Unity is destroyed. Some people argue that it is just left behind normally, right? Now, when you take all your companions through, who do they become? Now, if you've played the game, which obviously you must have if you're watching this video, but all of your companions will become an emissary, most likely, right? They'll be helping you throughout other journeys, so that's usually how that works. They'll be trying to teach other Starborn of this power and to use it for good. Some people also theorize that, realistically, there isn't a single worthwhile reason to enter the Unity, just you're essentially cursed to be the one who remembers. In every other universe, you're surrounded by those people like Sarah, like Sam, like Barrett, like Andreja, like all these other companions that you go with you on your journey that you've known dozens of times over and over and over and over again, who just don't know you and never will know your first, second, and third version of yourself because your life has stopped and just restarted so many times by going through the Unity that you might not even know who you are anymore. When playing the game, you realize that, look, I just keep going through the Unity, try to find this perfect universe. And having the Emissary being one of your past companions is honestly proof that the Unity, no matter what you do, is just an eternal sentence. It's when you go through it, you can't stop. You're just going to keep going through that loop. You're going to keep trying to find the more perfect universe. You're going to keep trying to explore more, figure out more. And that is something that Bethesda, I feel like, did a great job with. Even if you want to try to stay in a world, there's always that little thing that pulls back at you. You want to go through the Unity again, gain some more power, gain some more knowledge, try to figure out what's going to happen in this next universe. And I have to commend them for that because it makes you want to leave your universe behind, though. But it also doesn't let you collectively just accept what you have there, right? You're not going to want to make these in romances again unless you're just doing it just to do it. Like if your first playthrough you've romanced Sarah, and then I romance Andreja, and then Sam and Barrett. My first playthrough, for example, I romanced Sarah, and sadly enough, Sarah died, which was really messed up. I didn't even get to marry her yet. I waited till near the end of the game to marry her, and she died before I could do that, and that was really messed up. So like there's just so many things in this game that can happen and that you'll want to discover, and it kind of leaves the look sticking in one universe is kind of useless, and then that pushes you down the hunter's path, just trying to gain power and gain experience, because at some point you're just going to be numb to it. You're not going to care about these people, and the hunter says it himself.
Us, a great team. Now the unity awaits. Fortunately, the multiverse is full of them. After a while, you won't get so attached.
And that proves that at some point, even if you keep playing this game and keep pushing through the Unity, you're just not going to get attached to those characters anymore, because you know you're just going to meet them again. You're just going to lose all your contact with them. You're going to lose all their romances. You're going to lose everything with them. And it's kind of cool that the conversations that you can have with people about this. Is it really necessary to go through the Unity? Should you even go through it at all for your first playthrough? Or could you just stick to your main universe and keep building off that? Is it worth it to go back through the Unity just to save someone's life, just to save your companion's life, which you can do, and then keep everyone alive, right? And you can do that by replaying the main story. It's not like you need to tell everyone you're Starborn, right? No one needs to know that you're Starborn. You could immediately drop your armor, you could immediately get rid of your ship, switching back to the frontier. You don't even need to act like you're Starborn. The only difference is all of the relationships that you've made in that first playthrough are all gone, no matter how long. All your weapons, all that effort that you put into exploring the universe, it's all gone, and you need to redo it. So it's truly a great question on what actually happens to the past universe when you enter the Unity. Would you feel better if the universe was destroyed? Honestly, this is a question for you guys. Let me know in the comments. Would you feel better if the past universe was destroyed, so it's not like you're missing anything? Would you feel bad if that universe is destroyed, losing all those people? How would you guys feel? In real life, say we're not talking the game anymore, would you go through the Unity knowing all of the relationships that you've made right now with friends, family, anything, just to gain some sort of power, just to become immortal? Do you think that is worth it? I think it's a really awesome question that I can ask you guys and just players in general, and there's a lot of discussions on Reddit that I've read where people are really going in depth with this, talking about like situations and like would they do this, would they not do this, and I honestly think it's so cool. But to answer the question of what happens to the universe that you're in when you enter the Unity, we just simply don't know yet. Hopefully Shattered Space answers that question. I've seen some speculation that the House Faroon is involved and then you might be able to destroy the Unity. This is complete speculation on the DLC by people on Reddit. But I think that'd be really cool if Bethesda went that route. But so far, that is all we know, right? It's just what happens. I'm hoping we can also learn more what happens in Shattered Space, and if we do, I'll make a follow-up video connecting the dots and getting everything together. But that's it for this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Starfield content on my channel, and if you did enjoy this video, consider leaving a like, sharing, commenting, and subscribing if you also choose to, and I'll see you all in the next video.